In this video, I'm unboxing my newest accessories and structural elements from Oakridge Hobbies and Toys and from Hobbylinc. And we're starting right now. Hi, I'm Owen. In these videos, I'm continuing to build, expand, and improve my O-gauge Lionel Polar Express model train layout. Part of that is adding accessories, new figures, new rolling stock, new locomotives, new buildings from time to time. And part of it is using structural elements that are available from model and hobby suppliers in order to make things look more realistic. In this video, I'm going to be adding a number of structural elements to the layout to improve the realism. I'm also going to be adding some lighting to it to improve the realism. And I'm going to be adding a figure pack that will provide another focal point of interest for anyone viewing my layout. The shipments that I've just received are from Oakridge Hobbies and Toys. That's oakridgestores.com, and I'll put a link down below in the description. The other is from Hobbylinc. Hobbylinc is another supplier that I use frequently, and I'll put a link to them down in the description as well. Both companies provide similar products, and most of the time their prices are pretty similar as well. I usually shop both of them, however, not just to get the best price, but also for availability. If something is out of stock at one, oftentimes I can get it at the other one and not have to wait too long for it. Hobbylinc actually just delivered my shipment on a Sunday, which I think was outstanding. The United States Postal Service pulled up in front of the house and brought it up to the door, which is pretty great. So I've got these two shipments. We're going to get those boxes open. We're going to dig in, see what we got, and then we're going to start putting them in. The first shipment I'm going to get open here is from Oakridge Hobbies and Toys. Oakridgestores.com is their website. And here I had ordered and received these arched cast iron street lights. I'm going to use a couple of these to illuminate the skating pond, and there's a few other places on my layout that I think these are going to work really well. I bought two of packages of them. There's two in each package, and they'll connect with my Just Plug lighting system. I also bought 2 bottles of unscented premium smoke from Lionel. This is a product, again, that Oakridge Hobbies and Toys stocks regularly. This is something I'm going to need now with my smoke units working well on my 2 new LionChief Plus 2.0 locomotives. And I bought this figure pack. It is Rail Workers. It's an O-scale figure pack from Woodland Scenics, and I'm going to find a place on my layout where this will look really well. Another item that I bought, again for my Just Plug lighting system, is floodlights, landscape lights, floodlights. These are O-scale floodlights, and they come 2 in a pack, and I bought 3 packs of them again. These will be used to illuminate areas, especially under the elevated track, in order to highlight areas that I want to draw attention to, and will just make them look more interesting and exciting. Finally, in order to be able to connect up all of these new lights that I bought a couple of these linker plug packs from Woodland Scenics. They are part of the Just Plug lighting system, and you can use them to connect together wiring for accessories when you're running a longer distance. These work real easy to connect things up. Well, that's my haul from Oakridge Hobbies and Toys. I'm going to get that set aside, and then we'll get to the Hobbylinc pack. The package from Hobbylinc is a little bit longer, a little bit larger, and that's because I've got some structural elements in this that I ordered that are a little bit larger. So let me get this open and show you what I bought. These are ABS plastic I-beams, O-scale I-beams. They are 3 pieces in a package. They're 15 inches long. I bought 2 packages of these. I just find all kinds of places to use these on my layout, so having a few ready to go whenever I need them is a great thing. I also bought 2 of these. These are stair rails, plastic handrails, ABS plastic also. I'm not sure if I'm going to use them all as stair rails. I think I may be using some of these as actually other kinds of railings, probably around my trolley platform as I get that going. And then finally, I bought a couple of packages of these. These are styrene plastic trusses, open weave trusses, and there's 2 in a pack. I bought 2 packs of those. So those will add to the structural elements on my layout, and we'll be putting some of those in place in this video as well. Well, there I've got in place the 2 cast iron arch street lights that now light up the skating pond. It's subdued lighting. It's not especially bright, which is kind of the right lighting atmosphere for skating in the evening. And I think that's going to work out just fine. I'm really pleased with those lights. This gives another angle on those 2 street lights that now illuminate the skating pond. Well, that was kind of interesting. For reasons unknown to me, that LionChief engine just disconnected from the app. This is a little bit of a problem with the app. Well, after that one disconnected from the app, now I've got an abundance of engines. This other engine, the Pere Marquette engine, connected with, again, for reasons unknown to me, they kind of connect and disconnect, it seems, almost at random. I definitely need to find a different operating system, and I'm hoping that I can come up with something that's more reliable and more consistent in the way it works. One thing that does work really well in these engines is the smoke generator and the fan-blown smoke. I like that a lot. I just wish they would consistently connect and disconnect from the app without surprising me. And there they just stopped. The app throttle dropped to 0. I'm not sure why, but they both did, and they both stopped. So I guess there's probably a reason for it. I just don't happen to know what that reason would be. That's the Pere Marquette blowing the whistle. The app is showing me that the Polar Express locomotive is the one connected right now, so I'm not quite sure what to make of that. Hopefully there'll be something that I'm able to come up with that will tell me what's going on. Now they're both connecting, and again, no kind of rhyme or reason to it. It's just they seem to connect and disconnect almost at random. I think there's a little bit of a bug in the app that Lionel has put out for the LionChief Plus 2.0 locomotives. I'm not sure why it's happening, but I think I really need to look into a different operating system. Why don't you leave a comment down below and let me know what you think would be a good operating system to replace the app that I'm using now. There, I really don't want to stop with the locomotive in the tunnel, so I moved them both out. There, that is really very random. It's showing me that the LionChief Plus 2.0 Polar Express locomotive is the one connected, linked to the app, but it's the Pere Marquette that's responding with the whistle. So I'm not quite sure why that is. Something very strange going on here. Now it's showing it connected. But I'm getting the whistles from both of them. So again, Lionel's definitely got some bugs in their app, and hopefully we'll be able to figure out what they're doing, or maybe they'll download an update to it that takes care of those things. So let me stop the locomotives right now. I put the open weave lattice girders along the side here. I'm eventually going to run them all the full length of the upper elevated track in all directions. But I've got a start on it here with the 4 that just came the other day. So I painted them black, which makes them blend in a little better, and put them in place. And I'm pretty happy with the way they look. I just need to continue on going away all the way around the elevated track to make it complete. I've had the survey crew here for a while, and it adds, I think, quite a bit to having the layout look more realistic. Now I've got the rail workers, and construction crew to put in place. I'm going to combine them, and I'm looking for the right place on the layout to put them. This is the rail workers figure pack, and one of the difficulties I'm going to have with them is getting them to stand upright once I put them in place. I'll be using the Scenic accent glue, which is this product right here, to do that. But I found that that is not 100% effective in holding them in place. One other thing, the shovel was broken on the worker holding the shovel. I glued that back together with super glue, hoping that it'll hold, but that was kind of a disappointment to have it arrive in that condition. And this is the other part of that construction crew that I'm going to combine with the rail workers in order to have a larger, more complete crew when I find a place to put it on the layout. Lately I seem to be spending an awful lot of time laying on my back under the train tables putting wires in place. This is the wire that I'm wiggling right here that goes to one of the street lights that I just installed by the skating pond, and here's the other wire. These, as you can see, are not very sturdy. They're pretty fragile, so I want to get them inside a wire loom conduits in order to protect them, and I'm going to be doing that right now. This little tool works really well for putting the wire inside the conduit. You put the wire in this slot, then you just twist it like that. That locks the wire in. You put this end inside the end of the conduit and pull it along, and as you do, it opens the conduit, and then the conduit closes behind with the wire inside. Once you reach the end of the run that you want to do, you just twist it open again and take the wire back out, and you're all set to go. I use one little short length of 3/8 inch wire loom conduit to catch the wire that comes down from the street light on the far end of the skating pond away from the church, and I used another piece of wire loom conduit to then take both of those wires and run them together down to where they hit the connector that takes them into the power circuit for my Just Plug lighting system. That will protect them and keep them from accidentally getting broken or pulled out when they're. Please be sure to subscribe, click the like down below, the thumbs up, and like the video. Share this video on social media or with anyone else you know that's into model railroading. And drop a comment down below. Let me know what you would suggest in terms of my next step in an operating system to overcome some of the challenges that I'm having with the LionChief Plus 2.0 app. Thanks for watching.